Mm-hmm. Okay, where's this crap? All right. I switch this. All right, folks. I shared a whole screen this time. We're going to be looking at Crystal Tech, the new Crystal Tech. It posted most of the costs, but I'm wondering about the prereqs. I'm sure there's going to be some. We're going to see later. It's like they did a lot of levels for Plunder. Sure, most people have seen this by now, though. Like the important parts, at least. Anyways, zero blind? I don't think so. Anyways, I'm really just gonna see if there are prereqs, that's all. Not a long stream. What was that thing I was doing? Capture. Oh, yeah. You know, blind has some pretty good marches. This is your look. FYI, this is not my account. Just borrowing it to see the Crystal Tech. I need Milky Way. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad. Same talent tree as me. But yeah, I'm not gonna play on this account, just doing Crystal Tech. Someone knows what he's doing. Yeah, it's basically the same tree as me. Alright, folks. Let's see how long we have. 7 minutes. Alright. So mainly we're just going to see the new Crystal Tech and if there are prerequisites. The person on this account does have Flux scripts, so we're going to get pretty far in the tech tree because I'm going to buy pop-ups. I think I'm going to buy 20, 15, and 10s. That's Crystal Mine. Check again. The first time I'm using Flux scripts. We're gonna see what's different. I mainly just want to know for my next KVK though, because this is the first KVK with the new Crystal Tech. They might have changed pop-ups also, but I don't think they will. Most likely not. Why does this guy have two $10? Two $10. You only need one $10. 115. Why did he buy two of each? Freaking blind. Bundles appear. Skillful operations. I'm gonna lay out like a general framework on what I think is the best. I crunch some numbers real fast. There's cutting corners 1. Was there cutting corners 2? I I guess I'm gonna see in like 5 minutes. Cutting corners. Cutting. Oh, there's cutting corners too. Okay. Let's get over that, I guess. One of the $15 could be for. Oh yeah, Crystal Quest. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know anything about spenders really. Yeah, that sounds right. So there's cutting corners 1 and cutting corners 2. So I want to spend around 10 mil crystal, I think. How much does this get me? So the pop-ups will get me, try to calculate. It's 3.3 mil, 450k, 3.75, 380,000? That puts me like 4.1 mil. Pop-ups will get me 4.1 plus 2.75 plus 2 plus 1.3. That puts me at 10 mil. So I have 10 mil crystal to work with. I want to see how far that gets me in the tech tree. So I feel like there will be prereqs for sure, but I just want to see, because this is like a test account for me. I could type some stuff to incriminate blind, but I don't want to. Let's go to Kingdom chat, so keep it clear. What KVK are you going into? I don't know. I'm not playing this KVK. This is my friend's account. He let me borrow it to see the new crystal tech. That's the only reason I'm on it. Because this is the first KVK with the new crystal tech. This always takes so long to load. Here we go. I don't even know the mode this is. Hey, it's 9 farm accounts. I don't know any of these kingdoms. But yeah, we are just gonna see how the new crystal tech looks. Does he have any better city skins? I like this skin. All right. But yeah, I am planning to buy some of the pop-ups. Then we're gonna go through the tech tree as much as we can. Seeing how far we can get, which I'm still not sure. We'll see though. Cutting corners 2. Let me do some quick number crunching before we go in. Cutting corners 2, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 200, 250, 900. 7 will give me 900. No. Okay. I feel like this tech looks expensive, crystal wise, but they made it more accessible to get some of the tech early on. Still, cutting corners 1. Cutting corners 1 is cheap. So I think what I'm gonna start doing is usually what I do every KVK is research center to 16. I'll start with that. Research center to 16. Then I'm probably gonna rush cutting corners 1 and move cutting corners 2. I also do mine. Let me see how much crystal I start with first. Pop your cherry. This is not my account, so don't worry. Doesn't count. But I'm just, like I said, I'm just doing this to test the new crystal tech. I have everything here. I already have the flux scripts to buy some pop-ups for my friend. He bought them for me. Well, it's his account, not even my account. Did he do all his dailies? Yeah, he did. Lock in. Alright. Send the guy next to you some gold. Who's this? Yo, show your autark. Maybe I'll consider it. Okay, I'm not sure why Axter is typing Kingdom chat all of a sudden. Alright, we got 1 minute. I'll probably refresh game, then go in. There we go. I think it always takes some time to load in. Duke of Chen. This name sounds familiar. Okay, let's restart game real fast. So I think, like I said, I'm going to start with Research Center to 16. Cutting corners 1 will get maxed, and cutting corners 2 will get maxed. Then I'm going to decide what to do from there. But this will be just a general framework for Crystal Tech, not like a guide. Because I don't even know what the prereqs are going to be, so let's see. I'm assuming the cost for the Crystal Mine and the Research Center should stay the same. If not, then it might be trouble. Still not open. Let's see. 4.1. Should I have to register for ARC? Hold on. I have to register for ARC on my main account real fast. It's 1 UTC. There we go. Can I teleport? Let's go. Alright, let's get started. So, always guys, first thing you do is build your mine. Mine always goes first. And I always like to put it over here somewhat. Let's make some room. So mine first. Wait, why does this map look different? Interesting. Usually the barbs don't spawn in instantly also. This looks different also. Well, what is this? HA. Oh, this is the remastered version. Oh, okay, okay. HA remastered. Okay, sorry. So we're gonna build a research center. Mine to 25. Research center is going to 16. That's what I always started as free to play anyway, so. Do we have titles? Kingdom chat, does this work? Architect. Yeah, I always get the architect title. Blind, should I buy this for you? No, I'm not gonna buy it. Wait, they give 50k on level 1. You're not free to play anymore? This isn't my account. This is the account I'm testing in the new KVK, because this is the first KVK with the new Crystal Tech, right? Let me show you once this is done. I can't even get 30 helps. Wait, Cockrock already started? No, it didn't. Why does it show up like this? So this is the first first KVK with the new Crystal Tech. That's why I'm doing on this account. This is not my account. I didn't buy stuff from the whatever. Didn't you just finish KVK? My KVK is still ongoing. I mean, it's over because we surrendered, but you know, technically, I still am in KVK. It's remastered. Yeah, remastered. I was wondering why everything looked different. Hope you had a great day. You too, my dude. Let me show you that. Oh my god, can I get 30 helps? Yo, where are my helps at? Oh, my friend's kingdom is a little dead, huh? 7th. Okay, Pioneer. I think my kingdom will most likely also be taking HA next pop. So we're gonna Bounty of Ancients. Does this have Crystal also? Yeah, it does. Okay. There we go. Here come the helps finally. So mine always goes to 25. Regardless. Are you pilot? I'm not playing. I'm just here to see the new Crystal Tech. I'm not going to play the account. But we're mainly just experimenting on this account. I'm really curious on the prereqs, that's all. Buy the pass. Let's see. Blind, we do not get helps fast enough for this. This should be all 30. Didn't we just join Coalition? Yo, this is 2 alliances worth of helps? We're cooked. Let me set your Canyon defense real fast, though. I'm just going to use your presets. What do you have for your 5th? Yeah, that's not a 5th March. Let's just use YSG in there if you have it. Okay, you don't have YSG maxed. Okay, this is looking terrible, Blind. I don't even know what to use for your 5th March. Whatever, let's just set it. I don't care. Did I get 30 helps yet? Oh my god, we're so cooked here. Alright. I hope the new tech is good. That's what I'm hoping to see also. I'm mainly doing this stream just to see if there are prereqs, like prerequisites for the tech, so you can like see the progression. I'm just blind. I cannot get 30 helps on in your kingdom. Alright, maybe I should have done someone else's account. Or struggling to get 30 helps. But yeah, the old crystal tech had prerequisites. You know, prerequisites are things that stop you from going further. I'm curious to see if we'll still have that in the new crystal tech. So, but I'm gonna upgrade the research center as usual to 16. I'll stop at 16. Maybe I'll go to 20, but no, I'll stop at 16. 16 will help us see more of the prereqs if we stop earlier. And normally I only do 60 at the start with my research center. 6 marches, don't need 30 helps. You don't need 30 help. Okay, I'm not gonna buy this one. You said to buy the 10, 10, 15, or 10, 15, 15. Blind, I need 30 helps. You want me to use speed ups? Crystal buildings the same? It looks like the costs are the same for the crystal buildings, yes. It looks like you get the same pop-ups as well. Is this always 300k? Let me see. Let me check the old thing. The 1093 old crystal thing. Where's that? 1093. Yeah, it was 300k. So I guess the costs are the same. God, this is taking long, blind. Okay. Same, but the pop-ups look the same. Bark is ruining my stream, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, the blind is taking me 7 minutes to get 30 helps. We're cooked. You guys might be cooked in KVK. I have architect title also. Actually, let me kill some these guys while you have the time. Yeah, this looks weird. I'm not used to this. This is how holy sites look nowadays. What is this weird river? What are these rivers? Yo. So they added new terrain. I guess all these rivers. Oh my god, Siege is gonna eat. Oh my god, Siege is gonna eat. Oh my god. What is all this? Bro, they made this map for Siege or what? Look at this. The rivers here are really good for... I mean, this is not really a prime fighting area, but this looks like a really prime fighting area for Siege. The hell is this? What did they do to this game? Oh, this is a Barb Stronghold, but this here... This looks like... I don't know what they did here. You can definitely flag here. Oh my god, Siege is going to be so annoying in this area. Okay, hold on. Anyways, we're not really here to see the map. Oh my god, I shouldn't have used helps there. Let's use it here. Okay, I'm going to go... So cutting corners 2 is right here. Cutting corners 1 is right here. So I'm going to still upgrade the research center. My plan is to go straight for cutting corners 1, max it, then go to cutting corners 2, probably get it to like 7 or 8 out of 10. This is the first special healings medicine. Holy crap, the second one is so deep in the tree. Okay. Okay. What is this? Oh, this is the instant sad face. So like I said, cutting corners 1 is probably the first priority, getting that to 5. Then cutting corners 2. I think most players should get it to 7 or 8 to start. That'll clear a lot of crystal though. Okay. I'm curious how the rest of the map looks, because this is the new remastered mode. This is going to be HA. Altars are still here. I miss HA, honestly. HA looks... The Kingsland and HA always looks pretty fun to play, because the map is pretty big. What are all these pawns? I hate, like, change like this, honestly. Is this a stronghold in Kingsland? Yo, there were strongholds before in Kingsland, right? I don't feel like there were strongholds before in Kingsland. These are barbed camps. This is weird. So they took up some space in Kingsland by putting in strongholds and barbed camps. There's a lot of other weird new terrain also like this, looks like. I don't really understand what their goal is, but who knows. Alright, bark. Not bark, blind. The helps are slow still. So we cooking? I'm still looking BP. Tobias. Oh, Goose. Hello, Goose. I'm not used to seeing your name like that, Goose. There always was? Were there always were strongholds in Kingsland? In HA? Are you sure? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't feel like these were there before. Yeah, I'm crazy though. This is only an HA, I think. Have to place no TPs. Well, that's cooked. Bark, you're ruining our reputation every time you talk, Bark, alright? Every message from you is probably cooking us. 4 mil. Holy crap, the helps come so slow. I think the Crystal Tech looks good though. Because they put cutting corners or like the new skillful operations 1 and 2 a lot earlier in the tech tree. It looks good. I think the trade-off is losing the march speed. Like there's like troop type specific march speed, not like all troop march speed before. That's the trade-off. But I think the most important thing is call to arms 1 for free to play anyways, so. Okay, blind, I'm about to use all your speed ups. What should you have? You have some. How many do you need? Show again? Yeah, okay. I was talking about it earlier, or just now. We're really slow with helps. So I think the general plan for free-to-play, well, not for like people that max pop-ups and not to warfare. Free-to-play, you probably just go straight to cutting corners 1, which is like the new skillful operations. Max that, then cutting corners 2, which is really close, which is really nice. See, for free-to-play, you probably get it to 7 or 8. Which is probably the best, because you can't afford to probably get to 10 right off the bat, I'd say. Then you have all the T2 tech. This is like the new defense tech, which makes you tankier. Then they have troop type specific march speed. So there used to be like universal march speed. Now it's troop type specific, which is really bad in my opinion, but why is there siege? Okay. Then here's the first like healing tech, special concoctions. Hospital cap, 6 march. This is really I think this costs like 3 mil crystal to get a spawn a rune. Then we have like more defensive crystal tech help. More march speed. This march speed is really late in the tech tree. Then special concoction. This is like the special medicines 2. It's really deep in the tree if you look back. I mean, it's really deep. Special medicines 1 was, where was it? Right here. Special medicines 2 is all the way back here. So then we have like, I don't know what this is, damage reduction. So this is like for whales that are swarming. So people that max tech need to get here. For like counter swarm tech. How can I say it? If you want to swarm, you need this tech basically. Auto help. I don't think this is necessary. 7th March. Surprise strike is still all the way at the end. Yeah. The one that I think is the worst is the troop type specific march speed, just because there used to be what's it called? Universal troop type march speed, you know, like march speed for every troop type, but now there's like you have to spend for each troop type's march speed, which isn't, you know, needed for cav, right? But infantry and archers, you'll need that march speed. So I don't know. I feel like it might be more expensive in that sense, that you need to do march speed just for specific troop types. So it's more crystal to get somewhere. BP, I can show you some things. There was like a uno segundo. So like this is the general path that follows. So you start with Let me just zoom in a little bit. Like this is the basic tech, all the T1 tech. It's not really important. Then you get to like the more expensive parts. So they combined treaties and culture exchange into one, just culture exchange, and they made it up to 15. So you have to find where the breakpoint is here for the first zone to take culture exchange. First of all, Call to Arms 1 they made a little more accessible. It's a lot easier in the earlier up in the tech tree. Then Plunder, this is a new Plunder, it goes up to 15 now. So there's a lot more tech. They just sort of like, you know, put more levels and combined it all. Cutting Corners 2 is like the new Skillful Exchange. Call to Arms 2. What was your question originally, BP? It's more crystals. I'd say it's more crystals to get later in the tech tree, yes. So for example, like Special Medicines 2 is like really deep in there, right? Special Medicines 2 is like near the end of the tech tree, right? It depends if there are prereqs. That's what I'm trying to see. So I'm going to see if there are prereqs or prerequisites, first of all. If there are prereqs, then I think Special Medicines 2 will be really inaccessible for most players, I'd say. Where's Special Medicines 2? Special Medicines 2. How much does it even cost? Here's Special Medicines 2. They cost that much to get helps? That's crazy. So Special Medicines 2, which is like near the end of the tech tree, it's like... I'm not sure if this is similar to the original cost, but it looks pretty expensive to me. But this is very, very far in the tech tree. And if they're prereqs, then you're pretty much cooked on getting Special Medicines 2, in my opinion. God, Blind, I'm not getting helps. Okay, let me get a rune if I can. Okay, nobody's killing the Guardians. Nice. Let me go kill them. Let me just send your faster marches. Oh, let me change that back. You think it's better like this because you could balance your marches speed while the whole research cost didn't change? You could think of it like that, but I think you don't need to balance your march speed through Crystal Tech. You can balance your march speed now through the new iconic system. Obviously, I'm like maybe saying, you know, I don't. Okay, so what I understand what you're saying, right? But there are so many ways to balance out march speed now with the new iconic system, especially like iconic 4 boots, iconic 5 boots. Obviously, that takes a while to get, right? But I do think you should still work toward that instead of doing Crystal Tech, which changes every KVK, right? I think for Crystal Tech, you should focus on what gets you the most damage on the field. In my opinion, that's still Call to Arms like 1, Call to Arms 2, which gives you more march size. You can obviously like, this account is trash, but like on my main account, I have like iconic 5 boots for my archers, iconic 5 boots for my... Actually, let me switch back. These helps are taking forever. Let me show you what I mean. Actually, I don't want to leak my email. Did I? No, my email is... I changed my email, didn't I? Let me see. I'm scared to do this on stream. Alright. But generally, I would not focus on march speed in the new Crystal Tech, I think. I don't think it's worth it. Free-to-play has a lot of disadvantages. And I think what you should focus on as free-to-play is mainly Ecotech early on, and then Call to Arms 1, and then Call to Arms 2 if you can get it. But like I said, the point of the stream is to see the prereqs. That's what we're going to find out. If there are prereqs. Assuming I get my helps. Holy crap, Blind. Blind, help me. Rock supporting the resource cells by making special medicines harder to get. Special medicines... 10% from my economy. Hold on, let me share my background real fast. Give me a sec. Let me check if I'm not leaking my emails or anything. I want to switch back to my main account for a sec, real fast. I don't know, make sure I'm not leaking anything. I know my email is okay, I guess. Alright. So on like the old Crystal Tech, where's the game? One bill KP. I did 1.5 bill, but yeah, this is basically a recovery. I need to change my profile picture. Yeah, and the old Crystal Tech, I think it was a lot nicer to get the Swift Marching, which gives universal march speed. Actually, Special Medicines 2 is pretty far back also, what am I saying? In the old tech tree. But I could still get special medicines too pretty early on. That's a nice thing. The problem is the prereqs like really screw you in the current tech tree. See how many prereqs there are, which is crazy. So like I said, we're gonna see the my current gear. I mean, if you have iconic 5 boots, I think that makes a huge difference. So where's it? Where are my boots? Especially for like slower marches. I have 2 iconic 5 boots, infantry, and 1 for archers. I mean, the march speed there really does make a difference. So I really don't think you should be focusing Crystal Tech on march speed as much now, just because it'll cost you a lot more, if that makes sense. Alright, switch back to Blind's account. But Cav doesn't need march speed. That's one nice thing about the new Crystal Tech, at least. Cav doesn't need march speed. And Siege, you can probably skip, because, you know, who cares about Siege? Oh, this is HA, so there's support skills. Holy crap. Blind, I'm just going to use your speed ups. Say goodbye to your speed ups. I only wanted to stream for an hour. Say goodbye to your speed ups, Blind. Okay, I'm going to go to 16, level, Research Center 16. That's normally where I start as free to play. Every KVK, that's where I start. 16. Mine to 25. Why move pre-play? I was trying to change it. And then I forgot to change it back. Or like put a new one. I'll change it back eventually. Yeah, I'm going to nuke Blind's building speeds now. Okay, let's kill some Guardians real fast. Why? I don't know why nobody else is. Well, I like this flag. Let's see what the Bastions are real fast. Not that it really matters for me, but I'm not going to be playing this account. I'm just doing this for Crystal Tech. Pericles, I don't know. 10%. How much is this? 10% attack and defense. Okay. It's pretty solid, actually. 20% cav attack. Oh, why is this recalling? Rune. Gathering speed. Why not 25? Why not 25 what? 25. What was I talking about? 25. Why not? 25 Research Center? Because that'll cost you way too much crystals free to play. This is going to be. I'm primarily doing my tech in a low spender to free to play format. Obviously, I'm going to be buying pop ups, but if you go 25 early on, you run out of crystal. That's what you don't want to do. Generally, I go 16, then 20, then 23. That's my like general upgrade, but that was with the old Crystal Tech. So this KVK, I'm going to start with 16, and then we're going to work our way up depending on the prereqs, because I don't know what the prereqs are going to be, training speed. But you don't go 25 at the start unless you're buying Conqueror's Will every day, pop-ups, Lucerne, all that sort of stuff. You don't do 25. It's not worth it. Just because there are better things to prioritize. Let's see if I get a building speed rune. Research. Actually, I need that later. How are you? I'm good, Dildo. Oh, I see what you did there. Well, we're looking at the new Crystal Tech, though. The new Crystal Tech and seeing if it's like good. What are the prereqs? All that sort of stuff. Right, you guys are calling this piloting? I'm just looking at the new Crystal Tech, alright? Calm down. Chill. There's no other way for me to get access to it besides, you know, playing on someone else's account, which I need to do. I'm not supposed to buy this either. This is taking forever, Blind. I don't really need to speed up my mind, but whatever. Research speed. Okay, let's see what other bastions there are. How's this guy's drone dying? Yeah, that's crazy. Alright, Blind, your speeds are all gone after this KVK, that's all I'm gonna say. Not waiting. 7. So I'm gonna go to 16. The mine will go to 25 though. That's what you should do every KVK at start. Cortex fell for the dill joke. Well, yeah, that was my mistake. It's what it is. That was sneaky. Auto upgrade. I think you have to buy something from the shop for that. I don't know what it's called. There's some auto upgrade thing. Where is it? What's it called again? Buy the premium crystal supply. The mine speed. Buy the mine speed in shop. Okay, let's see how many helps I'm getting. It's pretty slow. Okay. Yeah, every KVK though, you should do mine to 25. That's probably the most important thing. Then past there, there's room for improvement. But yeah, it's taking longer than I thought to get my helps in, unfortunately. Oh shoot, not that one. Did not get a building rune. Alright. I'm not waiting. I've given up. Alright. So go buy to your help supply. Go buy to your speed ups. Ethan's trying to take architect. That's crazy. Ethan thinks he's taking architect. Alright. Takes a little, yeah, I didn't realize it'd take this long. It's alright though. I'm gonna go to 16, like I said, at the minimum. Then we're gonna work on tech, so. There you go. I'm not really sure where I'll get stopped, but I'm definitely sure there's gonna be prereqs at some point. Yeah, let's just go through this. Okay, I think, does he have a pop-up for this? No. Mine, they're just going. And all right, we're screwed. We're just using all his speed ups. Not my account. Okay. Goodbye, speed ups. Okay, we're almost at 16. After we hit 16, we're just gonna go on the tech. So I started with 4.1 million crystal. If needed, I'll buy pop-ups and just go further. So I'm not sure exactly how far I'm going to get with 4.1 million. I have some in my bag, 50k. I can use this. Okay, we're almost at 16. I gotta finish this fast so I can go play Warzone later. This takes so long. I forgot how long it takes. You research post the results in KD's server. Yeah. Obviously, I'm probably gonna make a video on this. I'm just not sure. Why is this guy researching Siege? Oh my god, this guy's account is cooked. Freaking blind. Yeah, I'll put something together. It's probably gonna be for the peasants, not for the rich people. That's the problem. Most of you guys in 3092 are rich people, I'll be honest. I think we had, what, like 15 mountain warfares last KVK, or this KVK. This probably won't apply to most people. I think my advice is mainly for the poor. The poorer. We're starting with Research Center 16 to start. This camp is not giving helps that fast, though. Prereqs. Oh, yeah, prereqs, yeah. So I'm starting with 16 Research Center. That's usually like the standard, though, for every player. It should get to 16. Then we're going to go from there and see prereqs, yeah. But yeah, we'll see prereqs. I'm using speeds. I don't care at this point. Let's go. 16, then we're going to start. Oh my god. Freaking commanders, man. Walking around your city. Holy crap, I hate this new feature the shitty devs added. Nice game as usual. They just put all the features in COD that they thought were good in here. Most of them were shitty though. Alright, 13. Okay, this is 16. Now we're gonna start tech-wise. So this is where you should start paying attention. So I'm pretty good when it comes to tech, but obviously we're gonna see a lot of new stuff. So we're starting with 1. This looks the same as the old tech, 29.3. It looks exactly like the old cost. I should get scientist. Hold on, I get scientist. So we have a rune, research speed rune. Okay. Where's it here? Okay, so I'm gonna go straight down. Like I said, the cutting corners 1. That's our first goal. Oh, so it says like this. Look at this. 3? No. 3? I mean, I guess it is more accessible. Swift Marching 1. So this is the first prereq we're going to see, guys. Swift Marching 1, Fleet of Foot 1, Swift Steeds 1. So that's all, what's this one. So these ones all need to be 3. That's what it's saying. Any. Oh, any. So only 1. Let me see if that's true. Wait. Any. So let's assume I do infantry. Any means only 1, according to me. So it said that 3. Oh shit. Ah shit. You mother. Okay. Any of these 3. So let's go back here. So we're trying to figure out the shortest path, right? Actually, I'm pretty sure it needs all these, right? I don't know why it feels like this, but it says any, not all, right? That's why I'm thinking like, why did they use the word any and not all? So I'm going to see first if, let's see. I'm going to get my scientist title, actually. It's time for scientist. Give me scientist. But yeah, it's definitely nice that it shows you something now, like this crap. I don't know. Is it good or bad for free to play? My dude, I just started doing the tech. We'll see. We'll see. So it looks like they're adding some prereqs here now. You still see some of the old prereqs like this, right? So it looks like the first prereq to getting level this to 2 to 3 is leveling this to 3, right? So to level this to 3, which you need for this to call to arms 1. So call to arms 1, you need this tech to 3, and for that you need this tech to 3, right? So that's the first prereq. Then we'll see from there where it goes. Come on, boys. I'm speeding it up. I don't care. Oh, there we go. Okay. You know, it says any, right? I feel like it should say all. There's no way it's only one of these I need. We'll see, though. For someone that plays one troop type, it's good. We'll see if it stops me, because I feel like it definitely should stop me. But the keyword here is any, which only means one to me, right? In math, if it says any, it does not mean all. So I'm not sure where they put the word any, but they have all these freaking arrows right here, right? Or like, you know, it's going somewhere. So it makes me think that you still need to have all these done. We'll see. We'll see if it unlocks now. So if it unlocks now, that's honestly huge. Because that means you can only go, you don't have to unlock siege, right? You can skip siege. Maybe you have like one archer march. You can even skip archers, honestly, if you want. Let's see. Alright, screw it. Oh my god, it works! Wait, that's crazy. Wait, this is so good. Okay, this is really good. You see it's unlocked? This is really good. This is amazing, actually. This is probably... Okay, can I go further? I have to go... Okay. So this is probably the best thing that free-to-play has had for a while. Yeah, this is really good. You don't know how much crystal I had to spend to get to call to arms 1. I spent, I think, 13 mil crystal to get call to arms 1 unlocked, I'm pretty sure. The fact that you can get it unlocked by okay, sorry, way too excited. This is really good. You can see you can skip everything. It's weird that they drew these like freaking arrows like this, right? You see? That makes you think it's prereqs. Okay, we're gonna keep going. But this is really good. So you only get one of the techs to 3. One of the troop types techs to 3. See, I excluded everything else, right? And that's all. That's all you need. The lines don't connect? You're saying these lines don't connect? What do you mean these lines don't connect? The lines are going directly to the tech. I don't know. I mean, the lines connect in my eyes. Okay. Anyways, so what we're doing now, cutting corners 1 should go to 5. Obviously, that's probably one of the most important things. After cutting corners 1, we're going to see call to arms 2, what the prereqs are. I'm guessing culture exchange 1 you need at least. But probably, you know, this is really nice, of course. Cutting corners 1 should go to 5. Then we come down here to... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, no, we're cooked. Oh, we're cooked, boys. Oh, no. Here's our next prereq. Call to arms 1 to 5. How much does that cost me? Call to arms 1 to 5. How much does it cost me? Call to arms 1 to 5 costs 80 plus 120, 200, 360k, 560, 800k. It cost me 800k to unlock call to arms 1 to 5. Probably a little more, because I'm pretty sure the cost they had was using Research Center 25. Okay, this is bad. This is bad, I'll be honest. So this is the first like ecotech. Culture exchanges combined the treaties and the culture exchange now, right? This is bad. I mean, it's not that bad, right? But it sort of stops you here. So what you want to do is, okay, let me show you what you need to. Obviously max this first. This is the most important part. Then I guess the general idea is you have to max this, come back here, make this 5, then come here, unlock this so you can get to the next part, right? This is the prereq. The prereqs are the culture exchange 1. I'm assuming 1, maybe 2, I don't know. Okay, that was bad though. They make it obvious that it's not prereq? What do you mean it's not prereq? I mean, there's prereqs everywhere you go. Look here. There's no way to make it obvious. first of all. They can put prereqs anywhere they want. It's just a matter, you have to figure out where the prereqs are, right? You see the prereqs here. There was a prereq here for some reason. There's a prereq in Call to Arms 1, which you saw. There are prereqs, you just don't know where they are. That's the point, you have to find them out. That's what the purpose of the stream is, really. I'm just using all blind speed attempt. I don't care. But for free to play, it looks like 1 troop type is good. Even 2 troop types is pretty good. You can go like Cav. You don't even need the march speed. You could do tech a different way if you want, honestly, because you have like different march speed options, right? Okay, I'm gonna gas this speeds. I don't care. Goodbye speeds. Cutting corners 1. 5 hours, huh? Okay, whatever. Okay, let's just. I'm buying a few pop-ups. Because the person who uses this account has pop-ups, so whatever. All right. So cutting corners 1 to 5. Goodbye speed ups. I don't care. 5. So that already spent me most of my crystal. I don't even have my research, my mine to 25. See, this is how much crystal I should have as free to play, around 4.1 million, right? Problem is, I need to get this unlocked. 5 and 5. Doing this costs me a lot of crystal. I'd say in the first few days of KVK, it's really going to be punishing for free to play if you don't get this leveled high. That's the problem with Call to Arms 1 here. It stops your tech a lot. Okay, well, anyways, dragging along. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. So now we have to stop here, come back here, level this. Okay. I'll go archers because they're slower. I think, yeah, for archers, that's a good idea, actually. I was just testing if this unlocked Call to Arms 1. But yeah, archers is definitely probably better if you run an archer march for the extra march speed. Infantry and cav are pretty fast now just because of the commander options. Alright, we're going to use all your speed ups. So this has to go to 5. Okay, I don't know what keeps taking scientists for me. You guys don't deserve scientists, I'll be honest. Alright, so... Okay, that's to go to 5. I'm almost out of crystal, that's the problem. When does Cockrock unlock again? The Cockrock, I don't think the timeline has changed. There's a first Cockrock when all the forts build. This is 800k crystal now, I think. It was originally 750k. I guess you do need pop-ups now. Wow, that's pretty bad. Because this costs so much crystal to get to 5, and that's like the first unlock to get this. Yeah, Call to Arms 1 is sort of screwing your eco tech early on. But this is a really nice upgrade. Doing this. Problem is you're sort of stranded on eco tech for a little bit, it looks like. Because this will cost you a lot of free to play. Call to Arms 1. I'm speeding this up. Okay, so this has to go to 5, right? Yeah, 5. Almost out of crystal. My mine's not even 25. It's now 800k Karis. But yeah, it's around... It used to be 750k, but it's like 800k now. Wait, which pop-ups for these? I can buy the $10 pop-up. No. What level is it? 20? Well, I need to buy a pop-up. 20 is 1.3 mil crystal. 22 is 2 mil. Okay, we're just gonna do our mine. Hold on. I want extra crystal to work with. Just for science. Goodbye all your speeds. This account doesn't need speed. It's basically a farm. Okay, so 20 we get a pop-up, which I'm gonna buy, which gives me a little more crystal. It looks like you won't be able to get that far in the tech tree as free to play early on. Can I just buy this? Yeah, there we go. I never used. Wait, play blind. What's your shoot? God damn it! Blind has secondary password on. God damn it! Blind, yo. I need to ask him for a secondary password. Okay, anyways. Let's just keep guessing this. Give me a sec. All right. Five. Oh, shoot. So this is basically like old Crystal Tech a little bit. This only gives 3%. So you need all this. That is the worst secondary password I've ever heard of, blind. Quenchblade 1, Improved Bows 1. Quenchblades 1, so you need all these to 5. Any. Oh, any. Oh. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna buy a pop-up. I just want to do more science right now, so. Blind is like one of the worst passwords I've ever seen, but it's alright. Okay. Better stop and get that mine up, yeah. So to get this to 5, you need only one of the troop types to 5, which is pretty useful. So we're gonna get this to 5. Should probably do the mine also. Yeah, we're not doing the free-to-play way, I'm sorry. I just want to get as much information on the prereqs right now as possible. So we stopped at 16. I'm gonna go this to 5. Okay. This to 5 now. Then I'll unlock the rest of this. God, this is a little slower than I thought, actually. It's alright, though. Okay, there's another pop-up. I think I can buy this one also, yeah. Okay. 15. That should be enough crystal for now. I should take this to 25, though. So. Once you get that to 5, then you can do the eco tech. How much did that cost me? My mine's not even at 20. Actually, let me see how much this costs with mine at 25. To get to this point. So to get to this point with mine at 25 will cost me how much? I can check my crystal after this. So if I want to get to this breakpoint, which is unlocking, this is my unlocking ecotech. So once you get this to 5, you can unlock ecotech. So to get this to 25, mine 25, and unlocking ecotech will cost me 5 mil crystal, 5.1. That's sort of a lot for free to play, at least. So 5.15 mil crystal with Research Center 16 to unlock ecotech. I have hardly done any tech, I think. And then we're gonna go down here. So we're gonna start ecotech. Combined cultural exchange and treaties here. So this will unlock Call to Arms 2, which is right after. Call to Arms 1 we already unlocked pretty early on, right? Now we're gonna go to Call to Arms 2, which we want to go to Cutting Corners 2. That's our next priority. Cutting Corners 2. Oh shoot. So you need ecotech. Well, you can't get to Cutting Corners 2, it looks like, without getting ecotech up, right? So you have to go back now. So before going to Cutting Corners 2, it looks like you have to max, or not max, get this to 5. This is pretty cheap, so it's okay. Not doing that one. The pop-ups I'm doing, I'll just buy the pop-up for blind. The guy I'm playing for. So I'm not sure how many pop-ups I'm going to use, but I do want to get as far as I can and just see the prereqs. So once again, we're doing this to 5 to unlock this to get to here, cutting corners 2, which is probably the most important part. This is like the new skillful operations 2. I'll speed this up, save you some time. Okay, so we're gonna go to 5. Okay, I need to use some crystal. So it's definitely a little less free-to-play friendly stream, sorry. But we're just doing some prereqs. Maybe use too many, whatever. Okay, 5. Oh my god, we're cooked, boys. How much does this cost me? Jeez. So this is 20% favor, 20% crystal. How much does my old... Okay, I might as well just start this upgrade. So call times 1 to 8 is what you need to get further. So let's take a look at where we are. 1, 3, 5, 1, 4. Hardly done any of the tech, honestly, but there's so many prereqs, it looks like. Okay, so we'll get this to 8. So to get the... That's a lot of prereqs, huh? So we're trying to get cutting corners 2 again. To get to cutting corners 2, you need this to 1. To get this to 1, you need this to 5. To get this to 5, you need this to 8. So we're going backwards a little bit. Okay. We're just using all the speeds. This is a testing stream, guys. Testing stream right now. I swear, if it stops me at 8, if it stops me at 7, and I can't go to 8, I'm gonna be cooked. Let's see. I'm cooked. Actually, this is just one of them, so this is not too bad. So you only need to upgrade one of these to 5, that's what it's saying. See here? So research upgrade any of these to level 5. So we're going to do this on to 5. This is a really nice feature. You can skip over most of the T1 tech. Before you had to do all the T1 tech. So that's nice, honestly. I'm using all of blind speed ups. I'm sorry, blind. So this we can do to 5. Okay, that's done. This we can do to 8 now. So we needed... Originally this was 1, this was 3. Now this is 5, so we can get this to 8. Once we get this to 8, we can do this. And then go down further in the tree. Please make a video. Yeah, I'll make a video. This is, like I said, this is just a testing stream for science. Well, you know, this is the first KVK available with the new crystal tech. So I'm just trying to see where all the prereqs are so I can like plan ahead, as well as give you guys some helpful information. Because, you know, this is all new, right? This is all new information for you guys. There's so much new tech that we don't know about, and we don't know like the best way to plan it. It looks like you can do one troop type, which is really helpful. You can skip over a lot of the tech here. There's some tech here you don't even have to do, right? You can see I can skip most of this tech. Let's speed up this so I can see. The problem is it does cost a lot, and there are a lot of prereqs which do cost you. So we're done with that. So you need this to 8. There's actually a lot of troop cap. Oh, so there's another prereq. To get this, okay, so 16 is very important. You see, guys? 16 is one of the very important milestones, which I did. Okay, so that's one of the nice things. It looks like it didn't change much. Crystal Research 16 is one of the important breakpoints. Very important. See here? Once you go to 17, you can upgrade call times 1 more. But 16 is what you need, it looks like, at the minimum. Because there are probably some prereqs locked behind 16, which I skipped over. But I'd say 16 is like the minimum you want to do for free-to-play in general anyways. So 16 I'd say is what you want minimum. You can see there are prereqs now to go to 9, which not important. Then we're going to go up here. I'm speeding this up. Okay, we have that to 5. Now we can go here. That's going to unlock cutting corners 2, which I think cutting corners 2 is going to be one of the most important parts. Let's see how far we can get with cutting corners 2, because I think this is like the new skillful operations 2, which is really important. We'll see where we get stuck on cutting corners 2. Okay. I don't think we're even going to get farther here, which this tree here is not important. Cutting corners 2 is going to be the next most important thing. As scientist, yeah. There's a pop-up, which I'm not going to bother with right now. So let's go to cutting corners 2. Good or bad for lower spenders? How much crystal have I spent? I'm playing on an account which bought some pop-ups, but not all of them. I'm currently sitting at... Shit, where is it? Past Glory? 6.6 million. So this is a little above free-to-play's pay grade. But right now, I just want to see where all the prereqs are. I'd say it's good for low spenders if you're buying pop-ups. Definitely. You can get pretty far now. Cutting corners 2 is very important to get, like I'm doing right now. I'm not sure how far you can get in Call to Arms 2. We'll see later on that. But the most important thing which you want to focus on in first zone anyway is the Ecotech, which I'm highly prioritizing. This, unfortunately, needed to get really high, but the main thing you want to focus on is cutting corner 1 and cutting corner 2, which I stated at the start of the video. Probably the 2 most important things. This is also important, but not as important as cutting corners 2, I'd say. We'll see where they stop on cutting corners 2 first. That's what I'm most interested in, cutting corners 2, because in the old tech tree, you stop at Skillful Operations 2 at 6, right? Skillful Operations 2 stops at 6 for a long time. Then you need to finish all the T2 tech. So let's see where this stops us now. It's time to chain heavy Bastion heavy nerf. What happened with Bastions? I don't think anything happened with Bastions, did they? What, did something change the Bastion speed? Where's the thing? There's something here that says how much the Bastion doesn't show. Where does it show the Bastion speed here? It usually shows, I don't know, maybe I'm blind. It used to show the mine speed here, like the percent it goes up. I don't know. Anyways, we're not researching Bastions in this stream. We're investigating Crystal Tech. That'll be more helpful for you guys. I think I'll only be streaming for like another 20 minutes, so well, let's see how far we can get in that 20 minutes. Maybe I'll stay on longer. This is pretty interesting. Okay, we're at 5. It's important to see how high we can get this, right? This is probably the second most important part of the tech. Actually, probably second. I'd say Culture Exchange is probably the most important, but this is very important also. Joan Bastion nerfed? What happened to Joan Bastion? I don't want to look for it. It's Bybars. Who's here? Pericles. Oh my god. Why is this zone so big? Sun Tzu. Joan is over here. This Joan. Pelagius. Okay, I'm wasting too much time here, sorry. Okay, the last one is Joan. Of course I missed it. This one's Joan then. Tamar? How many Bastions are there in first zone? Is this one? No, what is? Did I miss it? Who typed Joan Bastion? Herman, Lagius, Sun Tzu. I hit all the Bastions. There's no Joan Bastion on our map. Maybe it's different in every HA, right? But anyways. Okay. So we're at 5. We can go to 6. Helps are so I don't even care about the helps, sorry. I'm just using helps. Goodbye blind. So we're taking it to 7. So one important thing to note, you can take this beyond 6. In the old Crystal Tech, you could only take this to 6. Cutting Corners 2 is the equivalent of Skillful Operations 2 here. So you can take it beyond 6, which is really nice. Wait, was it still the same? 7%. Old Crystal Tech Skillful Operations 2 was how much crystal reduction? 6 was 6%, 7 was... Okay, so it's the same cost, actually. Huh. Oh, no, this is 1% more. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I feel like if I make a video on this, it's going to be like an hour. I have a lot to talk about this sort of stuff. Wow, you can take it beyond 7? For reference, I don't think it's good to take it too high, just because it costs you so much crystal. But I'm going to take it high for science and screw lines account a little bit. Let's see how high we can take it. I assume it'll stop you before 10, right? Has to, right? Let's see. Normal damage change to healing. Garlic, if you're talking about HA or Heroic Anthem, the support skills are different in every map. So it's not like you'll get the same skill every KVK. It's not a nerf. You get a different support skill every Heroic Anthem. It's RNG, if anything, not a nerf. You just got unlucky. That's what it means. You can take it to 9. This is probably not right, just letting you know, to take it to 9. I'd say for most free-to-play, you want to get this probably 7 or 8, and then stop. Going too far is probably bad, but we're testing some stuff. Did I always use those 1 minute speed-ups? Wow, you can take this to 10? Wait, that's really good. Take this to 10. There are no prereqs to take it to stopping you, it looks like. You see, there are no prereqs at all for cutting corners except Call to Arms 2. Interesting. Okay, so anyways, we're going to do this. I think after you do Cutting Corners 2, you come here to Culture Exchange and focus on this for a little bit. Because Ecotech is really important for the first like week of KVK. After you do Ecotech, you usually focus on Call to Arms 1 and 2. That's generally the trend. Okay? I'm gonna let this roll, or just go through for a little bit. Do we have any Bastions? No, okay. Let's just say, oh. This is new. Okay, so Cutting Corners 2 has to be maxed. That's pretty important. Most players probably won't max it that early, or they should avoid maxing it. Okay, so here's how the tech looks now, guys. This is required. I didn't want to do this. Cutting corners 1 to 5. 5, 0, 2. This is 10. So both of our like skillful operations, which is now called cutting corners, is now maxed, you see? So this is a lot of crystal reduction. 15%, and this is what, 5%? So 20% reduction there. Okay, 20% reduction there. How much crystal did I spend so far? I should not do, I'm not sure why I keep doing this one. So I'm at 8.73 million, okay? 8.73 million crystal spent. Research Center 16, mine 25, okay? This is how far I got. I think this is good. You get a lot of Ecotech early, and generally what you want to do at this point is go back here and work on your Ecotech. So your Culture Exchange is what I'd recommend. Because, you know, you'll be farming for a lot. You probably want to do Plunder as well. This is like the Plunder, I guess. They included Barbarian reports. So this is the Barbarian reports. This is the Plunder. And Forts, okay. We'll do this later. I think this is the most important part, right? You do want to do this when you're chaining, but for Ecotech, you do want this one. This is the most important one by far, Culture Exchange. This is now treaties and Culture Exchange at one what is it? Tech, one crystal tech, basically. So we'll see how far we can get on this. I don't think I want to max this. It's probably going to be really expensive to max. Only have 2 mil crystal left. Can I buy another pop-up blind? I think I bought all the ones he wanted me to buy. He doesn't have anything for $5, right? $5, $10, 15. Okay, let's buy the Crystal Quest. Yeah, I can get, that's hardly anything actually. That's 150, 300k crystal. Okay, let's just speed this up. I want to get off in a little bit, so we're going to speed through some of it, and we're going to see if there's any more prereqs before we run out of crystal on day 1, okay? So we're going to take this up to, let's say, I'd say if I take this up to 10, that's good enough. 10 is how much? 50% favor in crystal. Well, it's actually double at 15, huh? Probably going to be too expensive. There has to be a break point where you think it's not worth it to go further. But I'm mainly just seeing if there are prereqs at this point. Where are the prereqs at? We saw most of the early prereqs in the stream if you're watching before. What? Really? Yo, that's crazy. So, okay, here's another important prereq if you guys didn't see it. To get to T2 tech, this is like T2 tech. It looks like to just even start it, you need Call to Arms 2 to 8. This to 8, right? That's bad. That'll cost you a lot. Call to Arms 2 is definitely expensive. Let me see. Call to Arms 2. to 8 will probably cost you around, let me add it all up. So call to arms 8 to 2 will cost you around how much? Let me just add it. 80 plus 120 plus 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. 2.2 mil crystal. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is to start, if you want to start T2 tech, you have to get this to 8. And this will cost you 2 mil crystal, which is a lot. At the same time, I don't think it's necessary to get here. So what I'm saying is you probably even at this point, because it's so expensive to get this to 8, what you want to do is maybe just skip T2 tech entirely. Do what I did here. Maybe not get this to max if you're free to play. So you probably want to get these 2 leveled. You want to get cutting corners 1 level. You want to get this leveled a lot. You want to come back here and level the culture exchange. Then I think after that you work on call to arms 2 and you work on call to arms 1 to max. You can probably skip most of these. I think that's all you'll probably get before first pass. Crystal wise, it's going to cost you a lot to max this and then max this. Yeah, I think that's more or less what you'll get before first pass is free to play. Once you get this to 8, you'll go here and do this. But this is all I can do on day 1, really. This is day 1 of the KVK. Recharge. Culture exchange has prerequisite 8 or 10. Let's see. Goodbye, blind. Your speed ups are going to China. Oh, you're right. 8. So 8, it stops you. Call to arms 2 to 5. Doesn't matter, garlic. Oh, I thought you were saying something. That's what his name was. Okay. So this stops you to get it to 8. So that's unfortunate. So this is the eco tech now. So if we're doing this, then we have to go to call to arms. I'm not sure how much more crystal I can spend. So we're gonna go this to 5. We're gonna come back here. I think I want this to at least like. No, I want this. Ginger. Okay, garlic ginger guy. I mean, I know the numbers. I don't know the prereqs. That's the problem, right? But I got more information about the prereqs now. So this needs 8. You want 5. I think eventually you need to do this to 5 anyways, so it doesn't really matter. So this is 7. Okay, blind, your speed ups are going bye-bye. Do I have any more crystal or am I done? Let's see. Yeah, I'm done, it looks like. Let me buy the pass real fast so I get a little more. What's this password again? We're gonna do a little bit more. I just want to spend all my crystal, then I'm gonna get off. But this is pretty good to get you guys some general information about some tech. Let's get this claim. There we go. I'm not accepting that farm. So we're gonna get this to 5. 3, 4. I think I want this to 10. 10 looks like a good breakpoint in my opinion for 50%. Then I think, let me look at the cost past 10. So 10 is 200k. Actually, it's not even that expensive. 200k at 10, 220, 240, goes at 20k each time. It's not that expensive. I think I'll stop at 10 though. This account's gonna be out of crystal at some point if I keep going like this. Okay. We're taking this to 5. I do think leveling your ecotech is really important. Maybe not super important, but it looks like it's tied to call to arms 2, which is good, right? Because you don't want to be leveling call to arms 2 anyways. Actually, this tech tree is pretty good now that I think about it, because it makes you level call to arms 1 and call to arms 2, which are both really important, right? So the fact that the prereqs are tied to like important military technology is really nice, and the fact that you can skip most of the basic here is helpful. I do think this tech is good. Larger camp after tech 2 needs the speed to be at 8. Larger camps? I'm not getting here anytime soon, don't worry. Let's speed this up. Wait, Ethan, how do you know all this? So I'm not gonna go further here. Let's go Ecotech a little more. I think I'm gonna run out of crystals soon. But you need this to get to 7, for this to get to 5. I use this to get to 5, for this to get to 8. Oh, you're in the KVK. Oh, Ethan, you're also spending. Okay. So you're also, Ethan's also testing. He's also, I forgot Ethan was in my KVK for a second. But yeah, we're doing some research. So we're gonna take this to 10. And I don't want to take it too high, because I feel like you also want to do plunder. There has to be some trade-off. Plunder is also really important for chaining. Actually, I don't even know if blind, or the person who plays this account chains, so it's probably not important to do plunder. How much crystal have I spent so far? 10 mil. Jeez, spent 10 mil. That's almost as much as I spend on my main account, probably like 5 or 6 days into KVK. Okay, so we're gonna take this. Got a few more to go. It's a 10. Oh my god. We're cooked. Okay, it's stopping us here. 2 to 5. So to get this to 2 to, saying 2 to 5, right? So 2 to 5, these ones to 5, requires this to 8. Yeah, you're cooked. Okay, you're cooked. So it looks like this is the stopping point where you stop on Ecotech. You stop at 9, it looks like, for a while. This will cost you a lot, for sure. 2 to 5 will cost you how much each individually? 2 to 5 will cost you... Holy shit, 2 to 5 is expensive. So each of the T2 techs cost me... Let me share my screen. So each of the T2 techs you see here, the T2 techs which are the prereqs, each of the T2 techs costs 900, 1.2, 1.5 mil. So each of these costs 1.5 mil. So that's what, 6 mil? 6 mil crystal to get this to 10. So you're stopping at 9. You're done at 9. 6 mil crystal just to get this to 10 is very expensive. So it looks like 9 is the stopping point, right? Because if you want to get all these to 5, if you want to even unlock these, right, to get these to 5, you need to get this to 8. This to 8 will cost you more crystal. So I think at this point, what you're doing, so if you get to like this point here, what I'd recommend is probably just stopping at 9. Then you go to plunder. I guess you go to plunder. You probably just go to plunder and level it up to a decent amount. I don't know if blind does barbarians. That's the problem. So, but yeah, it looks like you're stopping here. This is more or less what I guess you'd call most of your zone 5 tech right here, if you're free to play. So it looks like, so this is the new, before I used to do treaties 2 to 7 and culture exchange 2 to 7. I guess this is the new treaties 2, culture exchange 2 to 7. This is now 9. But you're able to max these two, which is really nice. Then I guess at this point, once you're stuck here, I would just do plunder and start chaining. Because these are also locked behind a little bit, so yeah. We didn't get that far, but we got a lot of information in my opinion. But yeah, let me switch that back, sorry. Yeah, scene gives logical talks. Yeah, I mean it's not bad, honestly. This is not bad for free to play. So what I think is this tech does particularly good is it lets you get access to the crystal cost early on, right? This 2 crystal costs there were no prereqs basically for these 2 crystal costs reductions. Then you could get to this to 9. You can probably max these. Actually, I'm curious if you can max these. Okay, we have a little more crystal. Let's see if I don't have enough crystal though. Is this more important? This is 3%. 3%. This is 317. Okay, blind, I'm nuking your account a little bit. So we're doing this just to see a little more information. Oh, we get stopped at 18, okay. So I think this is where I'm gonna stop, okay? So now we're restricted a little bit by Crystal Research Center, you see, right? So what I did was initially, I made my Crystal Research Center 16. So 16 I think is the most important milestone for free to play. Even low spender, I'd say 16 is pretty good because you can get all this tech which I just showed you here at 16. And past 16 looks like there's some that stop you. See, that's one thing which stops you. This also stops you at 18. This also stops you at 17, right? So in my opinion, what I did here was I made 16 and then I sort of went along with the tech. I think 16 is probably the most important thing for free to play right now. I always do 16, Research Center 16, mine 25. But I did spend more crystal than the average free to play spend. I'm at 11 mil. I'd say at this stage, I'd be like half of that is free to play. So you do have to maybe do a little bit differently. You probably go less into cutting corners and focus more on cultural exchange as free to play. This is like a low spender priority, what I just did. But you know, now I'm basically stuck right here because of all the prereqs I have for Research Center, and this one is Teach Tech. So, you know, we're basically done to tech for now. But this was day one, just showing you some prereqs. You know, yeah. Expensive for free to play? It is expensive. It's not crazy expensive, right? I think it is a lot more accessible. Like I was saying, this Calling Corners 2 is a lot more accessible, which is the new Skillful Operations 2. This is also a lot more accessible. Call Terms 1 is a lot more accessible. This is also, everything is, I'd say, more accessible. It's just more expensive. I wouldn't say it's more expensive, actually, because you don't have to do some of the useless technologies. There's a lot more you can skip over, which is more helpful in my opinion. So yeah, we're basically stuck here. I'm not going to go further today, I think. But yeah, we'll start from the beginning. So what I did basically, just go one line here, here, went straight for Cutting Corners 1, came back here, went for Culture Exchange 1, and I went here, and I think I went back, maxed this, came back here. There were no prereqs at all for Cutting Corners 2, which is really nice. The only prereq is Call Terms 2. So you max Cutting Corners 2, then you went for this, and then you get stuck. So honestly, the new tech tree I think is it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Once you get the hang of it, you'll get used to it. You know, it's pretty nice. But yeah, that's all I think I have to do because I'm sort of stuck now. Day one progress on this account, which bought some pop-ups, but not all. I am at how much crystal? 10.8 mil crystal. So yeah, not bad. You know, I'm excited to do this on my main account, but that won't be for a while because I'm stuck in KVK myself. All right. But yeah, if you're doing max tech, this probably won't be very helpful for you. This is definitely like more free to play, low spender oriented. I'd say if you're like a whale, you're probably gonna go straight for probably Research Center 25. But yeah, hopefully this is helpful. I think I have to get off now. This account is anyways basically out of crystal. But yeah, I think once you get to this point, you can start doing Bastion quests. Your Bastion quests, because you'll be stuck here for a while. So you want to get this to 9 and then start doing Bastion quests. That's probably one of the most important things, besides Cutting Corners 1 and Cutting Corners 2. And then Plunder or Barbarian Bounties for Plunder, which is no crystal tech for killing barbs. But yeah, I think this tech is good. It's good, but there are a lot of prereqs tied to it. But some of the prereqs are good. It's hard to say. The prereqs are good. Honestly, the prereqs are fine with me because they're tied to important military tech, like I was saying. So I think this tech is going to be good. I'll probably make a more detailed video once I explore more, because this is like day one, right? This is day one, and I'm not that far in the tech tree. You see, there's a lot more tech I have not seen. I'll probably make one within the next week, maybe. But I want to know more. I want to know more about like prereqs. I want to know more about, you know, how far can we go down the tree. I think this is very important, right? Special Concoctions 1. This is like the healing tech, right? It's a little farther down. That's the problem. So I actually don't think you can get this. You cannot get this in the first pass now. I used to be able to get this like right after pass 4 open, but it doesn't look like you'll be able to get this for a while. Because like I was saying, actually, can you, if you skip, okay, we have to do research. Anyways, I think that's all for my stream. I think this might have given you guys some good information about what you need to do. What are the prereqs? If you want, you can go back and watch the VOD and pause and see if you're entering KVK or you're going to enter KVK soon. Some of these might be helpful for you getting started. Once again, this is not the best for free to play, this because I bought pop-ups, right? But this might be helpful in helping you guys map some of your Crystal Tech going forward. Raid Mafu. I honestly have no idea how to raid, I'll be honest. How do I raid? Let me see. How to raid a streamer on YouTube. Can you raid a stream? Give me a sec. Who is Mafu? Who is Mafu? I'm sorry, Mafu. I don't know who you are. Mafu. Mafu Rock. Oh, he's also entering KVK. Yo. Yeah, this looks like a nice guy. Sure. One sec. Let me try to figure out how these do. Go to YouTube Studio. Let's try to figure it out. Click content. Go to live. Hover over the video. You want to redirect? Click edit. Why is there so much process? Edit. Click customization. Shit, how do I do this? Redirect from customization. Give me a second, I'm trying to figure out. But yeah, I'm ending stream anyway, so if you want to if you guys want to go, you can go. I'm gonna redirect to someone else once I figure this out. Hover over the video you want to redirect from. Hover. First account, nice. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. View. I need to watch a video for this crap. Hold on. How to rate a streamer. Community. Oh, I'm not sure if I have it enabled. I'm sorry. I don't think I have it enabled in my. Do I have it? Community. Shoot. Customization. All right, I'm sorry, dude. This is gonna take me too long to figure out. But yeah, sorry, bad Abdul. Turn into Mafu's stream. I'm sure he's a nice guy. Hope this stream was helpful. I'll probably put together a video in, like, let's say, the next week or two, on more details about this tech. It's gonna take me a while to figure out how to stream, host someone's stream, so I'm not gonna do that right now. Ethan, good luck in KVK. And yeah. I don't think I'll be playing on this account again. Maybe I will, but going back to my main after this. You guys have a good day, good weekend.